know that moment. Someone speaks to you in English, a real person, at normal speed, and your brain just stops.
Oh, the freeze. Everybody listening knows the freeze.
You understood every single word they said, you knew the answer, and then your mouth opened and nothing came out.
And the worst part? 5 minutes later, walking away, the perfect sentence finally shows up.
Always right on time. Way too late, but right on time.
So here's the thing we want you to hear today before anything else. That freeze does not mean your English is bad.
It really does not. If you can understand this podcast right now, you already have the English inside you.
The words are in there. Today, we're going to get them out.
So, if you have ever thought, I understand everything, but I cannot speak, this one is for you. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the English Fluency Podcast, your calm place to actually grow your English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Molly, and today we're talking about the most common frustration we hear from learners. You understand English, but when it's your turn to speak, you freeze.
We're going to explain why it happens, and honestly, it's not your fault. And then we'll give you real things you can do today.
This one is aimed at intermediate learners, so a B1 to B2 level, but everyone is welcome here. Speak slowly with us, out loud if you can.
Quick favor before we start, and it's a real one. Our learners are the whole reason this show exists.
So if this helps you today, please subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment. It sounds small, but it's huge for us.
Every like and every comment helps another learner find the show. You're literally making it easier for someone in your exact situation to get help.
So hit subscribe and make the podcast easier for others to find. Okay, Matt, let me ask you something real.
Go for it.
When you were learning Spanish, did you ever freeze?
Did I freeze? Molly, I have a story that still makes me cringe today.
Please, give us everything.
So, I'm in Mexico City. I had studied Spanish for 2 years, 2 whole years. I could read the newspaper.
That's a lot of study.
I walk up to a taco stand feeling like a genius, and the guy looks at me and says, para llevar, which just means to go.
A 3-word question.
And I froze completely. My mind went totally blank. I knew those words. I just pointed at the tacos like a lost tourist and said, sí.
The pointing, the universal panic move. 2 years of study, and in that moment, I was a caveman, pointing at food.
But that's the whole thing. Your Spanish wasn't the problem. You knew the word.
I knew the word. So what happened? Why did I draw a blank? Okay, this is the heart of the whole episode. Can I give you my favorite way to explain it?
Please.
Understanding English and speaking English are 2 different skills, 2 different muscles.
Say more.
Understanding is like reading music. Speaking is like playing the instrument. You can read every note on the page and still freeze the first time someone hands you a violin.
Oh, that's good. So all this time listening to podcasts, watching shows.
You've been training your reading music muscle beautifully. It's strong now.
But the playing muscle barely got used.
Right. And then we act surprised when it's weak. Of course it's weak. We never trained it.
That's going to make so many people feel better. It's not that you're bad at English.
You trained one muscle and skipped the other. And that's fixable in weeks, not years.
And can I add one reason the speaking muscle got skipped? Most of us learned English for tests.
Ah, that's so true. Grammar tests, fill in the blank, reading passages.
Nobody ever graded us on ordering a coffee out loud.
Right. School trained us to get the right answer on paper, quietly. It never trained us to make sounds under pressure.
So you can have a wall of certificates and still freeze at a bus stop.
And that's not your fault. You practiced exactly what you were taught to practice. We're simply adding the missing piece.
The out loud piece.
The out loud piece. Everything today happens out loud. If you take one word from this episode, it's that. Loud.
Okay, but there's a second thing happening in that taco stand moment, right? Something inside my head.
Yes, the translating. Tell me what was going on in your brain in that half second.
Honestly, I heard para llevar. Then I translated it to English, to go. Then I thought of my answer in English, yes, to go. Then I tried to push it back into Spanish.
And by then,
The moment was gone. The poor guy was already looking at the next customer.
that's a four-step dance, and the native speaker is doing one step, so of course you feel slow.
But I'm not slow. I'm just doing double the work.
You're doing double the work. Everybody who freezes is doing double the work. You're not slow, you're translating.
Can we talk about how this feels for a second? Because the freeze isn't about words alone. It hurts.
It really does. You freeze once, you feel embarrassed, and then you quietly start avoiding.
You let the call go to voicemail. You order the thing that's easy to say instead of the thing you actually want.
You go silent in the meeting, even when you have the best idea in the room.
And slowly, your whole world in English gets smaller.
That's the real cost. It's never a grammar mistake. It's a smaller life. And that's exactly what we want to give you back today.
A bigger world, one brave sentence at a time.
One brave sentence at a time. So if you've been avoiding, you're not lazy and you're not bad at English. You just got hurt and you got careful.
And today, we get uncareful. Gently.
Gently uncareful. I love that. So how do we do it?
Tell me, because stopping the translating feels impossible to just switch off.
You don't switch it off with a button. You crowd it out with practice. And that's where our fixes come in today. I have 5 of them.
5 fixes, okay. But first, can I do a little demo? I want to show people the freeze live.
Ooh, yes, let's act it out. You be the fast native speaker. I'll be the learner.
Perfect. Okay, you just walked into a coffee shop. Ready? Hi, welcome in. What you having today? You want that hot or iced?
Coffee. Coffee, please.
And scene. So what happened there, playing the learner?
So much happened. First, what you having? You said whatcha, not what are you having.
Ah, the real English. The fast, glued-together English.
My brain was still trying to pull whatcha apart into what are you, and while I was busy doing that, you hit me with hot or iced.
And you froze and just said coffee.
I panicked and grabbed the simplest word I owned. That's the freeze in real life.
Okay, that leads perfectly into something. Can we talk about that glued-together English for a second? Because I think it's secretly a huge reason people freeze.
Please, because this is a big one.
When we speak fast, we glue words together. What are you becomes whatcha. Going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna. Got to becomes gotta.
And nobody taught you that in your textbook.
Never. The textbook says, what are you going to do? Real people say, what you gonna do?
So learners hear a blur and think, my English must be terrible, when the truth is,
Nobody handed you the secret code. So let's teach the code right now. Repeat after us, everybody, out loud.
say it with us. Don't be shy. Nobody can hear you. What you doing?
What you doing?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Give me a second.
Give me a second.
Let me think. I don't know.
Let me think. I don't know. It feels so good to say.
And here's the magic. When you practice saying it fast yourself,
You start hearing it faster too. Speaking and listening grow together.
so fast English stops sounding like a wall of noise. It starts sounding like, oh, that's just gonna.
Exactly. So the very thing that scares people becomes the thing that saves them.
Can we prove it with one fast sentence? Listen, then tell me what you hear.
Okay, hit me.
What you gonna do this weekend?
My brain heard, what you gonna do?
Right. Now let's slow it down and pull it apart. What are you going to do this weekend?
Ow, it's a totally normal sentence.
A sentence you've known for years. It was only the speed that made it scary.
So the words were never the problem. The speed was.
And speed is something you get used to with practice. Say it fast with me. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I sound like a real person.
Okay, that was a little preview. Are you ready for the 5 real fixes?
Hit me. Fix number 1.
Fix 1. Think out loud. Talk to yourself out loud in English every single day.
Some people are gonna say, Molly, that sounds a little crazy.
I know, but here is why it works. When you talk to yourself, there is zero pressure. Nobody's judging, nobody's waiting.
So you get to build the speaking muscle without the fear.
Right. Narrate your day. I am making coffee. I am looking for my keys. Where are my keys? Why are they always gone?
I do exactly this, and my dog just stares at me.
The dog is a wonderful student. Zero judgment from the dog.
Let us have everybody try it right now. Describe what you are doing out loud in English. I'll start. I am sitting in a chair, holding a microphone, talking to Molly.
I am listening to Matt, and I am smiling because that sentence was perfect.
See how easy that is when nobody's scoring you?
That easy feeling is the entire point. You're teaching your mouth that English is safe.
I love that. Okay, fix number 2.
Fix 2, shadowing. And this is the one that changed everything for my students.
For anyone who doesn't know the word, what is shadowing?
You listen to a short piece of English and you copy it out loud right away, like a shadow. Same words, same speed, same music.
So you're not inventing your own sentence, you're borrowing a perfect one.
Yes, and that removes the hardest part, thinking of what to say. You just copy.
Can we do a tiny bit right now? Give people the feeling?
Let's do it. I'll say a line, you copy it exactly. Same rhythm. Ready? I had a really long day.
I had a really long day.
Good. Now, with the feeling, I had a really long day.
I had a really long day.
Yes, you copied the stretch on really. That stretch is the emotion. That is what makes you sound like a person, not a robot.
Quick practical question. What should people shadow? Where do they get the lines?
Great question. Use anything with real speech. A show you love, a video, even this podcast. Pause after a sentence, then copy it right away.
So pause, copy, repeat.
Pause, copy, repeat, and pick things where people talk like people, not the serious news anchor voice.
So a cooking video, a vlog, a talk show.
Perfect material. 10 minutes of that a day and your mouth learns the real rhythm of English.
Not the textbook rhythm, the kitchen table rhythm.
The kitchen table rhythm. That's the one that makes you sound natural. Let's do 2 more quick reps. Everybody copy out loud. Ready? I'm really excited about this.
I'm really excited about this.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go?
Feel how your mouth already knows it? Saying it in your head doesn't count. Your mouth has to move.
Your mouth has to move. Reading the answer silently is like watching someone lift weights and expecting to get strong.
Guilty. I've watched a lot of workout videos from my couch.
We all have. Okay, fix number 3, and this one is a lifesaver in the moment.
The one for when you feel the freeze coming.
Yes, fix 3. Buy yourself time. When you go blank, you don't fill the silence with panic, you fill it with a phrase.
Ah, the little phrases that give your brain a second to load.
Exactly. Instead of freezing, you say, that's a good question, or let me think for a second, or how do I put this?
And those phrases are doing something sneaky, right? They sound fluent.
They sound so fluent. A native speaker says, that's a good question all the time. It buys them time too.
So you're not hiding a weakness. You're doing the exact thing confident speakers do.
Let's practice. Molly, I'll ask you something a little hard, something with an opinion in it.
Okay, go for it.
Molly, what is the best way to spend a Sunday?
Ooh, that's a great question. Let me think. I would say a slow morning, some coffee, and absolutely no plans.
See what she did? She didn't freeze. She said, that's a great question. Let me think. And her brain caught right up.
The silence stopped being scary. It became a normal little pause. Everybody, pick one phrase and keep it in your pocket. Let me think is my favorite.
Mine is, how do I put this? It makes me sound like a professor.
It really does. Okay, fix 4, and this is a mindset one.
I have a feeling this is the one people need the most.
Fix 4, lower the bar. Stop trying to say the perfect sentence. Just get the message across.
Because a lot of the freeze isn't even a language problem. It's a perfectionism problem.
That's it. You have the simple sentence ready, but you freeze because you're trying to upgrade it to the fancy one.
Oh, I do this. I know how to say, I'm tired, but I freeze trying to say, I'm feeling rather exhausted this evening.
Rather exhausted this evening. Just say, I'm tired. It works. It's perfect.
So the goal is not perfect. The goal is understood.
Write that down, everybody. The goal is not perfect. The goal is understood. Fluent doesn't mean perfect. Fluent means you kept going.
Oh, that's a good one. Fluent means you kept going.
When you blank on a fancy word, blurt out the simple one. A simple sentence that comes out beats a perfect sentence stuck in your head.
Every single time. Okay, hit me with fix 5.
Fix 5, get out of your own head. And the trick here is to focus on the other person, not on yourself.
Explain that, because when I freeze, I'm 100% focused on me. Am I wrong? Do I sound dumb?
Right, and that focus on yourself is what feeds the freeze. So flip it. Get curious about them. Ask a question.
So instead of panicking about my own grammar,
You say, oh really? What happened next? And suddenly the pressure is off you and onto them.
and bonus, people love talking about themselves. They walk away thinking you're a great conversationalist.
The secret is you just said, and then what? A curious person is never stuck for words.
Okay, I have to bring up the thing nobody wants to say out loud. A lot of people freeze because of their accent.
Yes, let's say it kindly and clearly. Your accent is not a mistake.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Your accent is not a mistake. It's a map of everywhere you've been. It tells people you speak more than one language.
Which is honestly a superpower, not a flaw.
A superpower. The goal was never to sound American. The goal is to be understood and to feel free.
I have friends with strong accents who run whole companies in English. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares because they keep talking. Confidence covers an accent. Silence does not.
So stop waiting to sound perfect. You already sound like someone worth listening to.
You do. Let your accent come along for the ride. Just don't let it keep you quiet.
One more small habit before the big test. Can I?
Please.
Start thinking in English in tiny ways, not big thoughts, small ones.
Tiny ones. Look around your room right now and name 3 things in English in your head. Chair, window, coffee.
Lamp, phone, messy desk.
Messy desk counts. When you label your world in English all day, the translating slowly disappears.
Because the English word is already there before you need it.
Exactly. You're not reaching across to another language anymore. The word is just home.
So by the time someone asks you a question, half the work is already done.
Half the work is already done. Little by little, English stops being a test and starts being a habit.
You know, this reminds me. Molly, do you have a freeze story? Because I feel very exposed right now.
Oh, I have a good one. And it's in my own language, English.
Even better. Go.
I was in a big meeting years ago. My boss turned to me and said, Molly, what do you think?
The 4 scariest words at work.
I had the idea. I had literally rehearsed it in my head. And I opened my mouth and said, yeah, I think it's good.
I think it's good?
That's all that came out, in my native language, because I froze, same freeze, focused on myself, trying to be perfect.
That's so important for people to hear. Native speakers freeze too.
All the time. The freeze is human. It's not an English problem. It just feels bigger in a second language.
So the tools help everybody in any language.
They do. Okay, I want to test all 5 now. Can we replay the coffee shop, but this time I use the tools?
Yes, let's prove it works. Same scene. Ready? Hi, welcome in. What you having today?
Hi. Good question. Give me 1 second. I'll have a coffee.
You want that hot or iced?
Hot, please. It's freezing outside today, right?
Oh, tell me about it. I couldn't feel my hands this morning.
And scene. Do you feel the difference?
Night and day. You bought time with "gimme 1 second," you lowered the bar and just said, "a coffee."
And then I flipped it back to you. It is freezing, right? And you took over.
You barely said anything hard and it sounded completely natural. That is the whole magic.
That is the whole magic. You do not need more words. You need to use the words you already have without freezing.
Can we do a harder one? The phone, because the phone is where people freeze the most.
The phone is the final boss. No face, no hands to point with, no time.
Okay, you were calling to book a table at a restaurant. I'm the restaurant. Ring, ring.
Okay, here I go. Deep breath.
Hi, thanks for calling Luigi's. How can I help you?
Hi there. I would like to book a table, please.
Sure, for how many and what time?
Let me see. 4 people around 7?
Perfect. And can I get a name?
Molly. That's Molly.
Great. And scene. Notice she spelled her name to buy a second and stay in control.
Spelling your name is a beautiful little trick. It's easy, it fills the silence, and it feels productive.
And let me see, another time buyer. You're stacking the tools.
Stack the tools. That's how a scary phone call becomes a boring phone call. And boring is the goal.
Boring is the goal. Put that on a shirt. But real talk, what if I try all this and I still freeze? It still happens sometimes.
Great question. And yes, it will still happen sometimes, to everybody. So let's plan for the freeze itself.
I love that. A plan for the worst moment.
When you totally blank, do not apologize 5 times and run away. Just say, sorry, my mind went blank. Give me a second.
And that sentence is perfect English.
It is perfect. You're speaking English about not being able to speak English, and the other person just waits. It's completely normal.
So the freeze is not the end of the conversation. It's just a little bump.
A little bump. You name it, you breathe, you keep going. My mind went blank. 1 second. Everybody say that one out loud.
My mind went blank. 1 second.
Keep it in your pocket, right next to, let me think. Those 2 will save you 100 times.
Okay, can we do the scariest one of all? A job interview. People freeze so hard in interviews.
Ooh, yes, high pressure, and you want to sound smart, which makes the freeze so much worse.
Okay, I'm the interviewer. You're the candidate. Ready?
Deep breath. Ready.
So, tell me a little about yourself.
Sure, that's a great place to start. Let me think for a second. So, I'm a teacher, and I love helping people feel confident.
Nice. And why do you want this job?
Good question. Honestly, I want to do work that helps people, and this role does exactly that.
And scene. Did you catch the tools? That's a great place to start. Let me think. Good question. Honestly.
All time buyers, and none of my sentences were fancy. I'm a teacher. I love helping people. Short and clear.
Short and clear beats long and stuck. Every time.
In an interview, a calm, simple answer sounds more confident than a complicated one you freeze in the middle of.
Confidence is the accent people notice.
Oh, I love that. Confidence is the accent people notice. Write that one down too.
Okay, I want to give people a real plan now, something they can actually do tonight.
Yes, if someone listening only has 20 minutes a day, what do they do?
Walk us through it.
Here's the 20-minute plan. 10 minutes of shadowing, copying lines out loud.
10 minutes of shadowing. Then?
5 minutes of thinking out loud. Narrate whatever you're doing around the house.
And the last 5?
5 minutes of answering questions out loud, using your time-buying phrasers. You can even reuse our questions from this episode.
20 minutes, and you've trained the speaking muscle, the listening muscle, and the calm-in-the-moment muscle.
All 3 at once. Do that for 2 weeks, and you'll feel the freeze start to melt.
And can I add the most important part of that plan? Do it every day, even badly.
Yes, 5 good minutes today beats a perfect hour you keep putting off.
Because the freeze doesn't melt from one big effort. It melts from showing up.
Little and often. Your mouth is like any muscle. It responds to reps, not to one heroic workout.
So don't wait for the perfect quiet evening with candles and a plan.
The candles are not coming. Just talk to yourself while you do the dishes.
2 minutes in the shower, 5 minutes on your walk, it all counts.
It all counts as long as it's out loud. Little by little, one morning, you'll answer a question without even thinking.
One morning, you'll stop and you'll realize, wait, I didn't freeze.
One morning, that moment is coming for you. We promise.
This is personal for me, actually. My sister moved to the States for work. Amazing English on paper.
Let me guess. She froze.
For months, she told me she ate lunch alone every day because she was scared to join the group at work.
Oh, that breaks my heart, because that's not about English at all.
It's about belonging. So I told her 1 sentence a day, just one. Say, good morning, and mean it.
And?
6 months later, she's the one organizing the team lunches. Same English. She just stopped waiting to be perfect.
1 sentence a day. That's such a gentle place to start.
It is. If a whole conversation feels too big, shrink it. 1 good morning, 1 question, 1 brave sentence.
And tomorrow, 1 more. Okay. I want to gently disagree with something people say, though. Can I?
Please, go ahead.
People say, just speak more. That is the whole answer. Talk to more people. Done.
And you disagree?
A little. Because if you throw yourself into scary conversations with no tools, you freeze, you feel awful, and then you quit.
That is fair. Speaking more with no plan can just be practicing the panic.
Right. You get really, really good at freezing.
Okay, I will meet you there. So the order matters. Build the muscle safely first, alone, out loud.
And then take it into the world. Warm up in private, perform in public.
Warm up in private, perform in public. Yes, I completely agree with that. Good pushback.
See? That is a repair. We disagreed and we found something better together.
And nobody froze. Look at us go. Can I tell one more quick story about a student?
Always.
I had a student, a brilliant engineer. He wrote emails so good they read like a novel. Perfect grammar.
The classic. Amazing on paper.
First day of class, I asked him to order a coffee and a role play. He panicked and just said, coffee, and sat back down. He forgot to even say please.
Because writing gave him time and speaking took the time away.
Exactly. So we did the 20-minute plan, shadowing, thinking out loud, buying time. 3 weeks later,
Tell me.
he called me on the phone in English just to chat. The engineer who could not order a coffee called me to talk about his weekend.
Oh, that gives me chills. And nothing about his grammar changed, right?
Nothing. His grammar was always great. He learned to get out of his own way.
That is the whole thing right there. So many of you listening are that engineer. The English is already inside you.
It is in there. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from stuck. And stuck is so much closer to fluent than you think.
Stuck is closer to fluent than you think. Before the words, can we recap the 5 fast for everybody who's going to practice today?
Yes, fix 1, think out loud. Fix 2, shadow. Fix 3, buy yourself time.
Fix 4, lower the bar. Fix 5, get out of your own head.
And the safety net, when you do freeze, say, my mind went blank, 1 second, and keep going.
5 fixes and a safety net. That's a full toolkit. Okay, should we tour the words?
Let's tour the words.
Word tour time. This is where we grab the useful expressions we use today so they become yours. We have 12.
And these are all phrases real speakers use every single day. Number 1, to draw a blank.
To draw a blank, it means you suddenly cannot remember or think of something. I asked his name and I drew a total blank.
We've all drawn a blank on someone's name while they're standing right there. Number 2, to blurt it out.
To blurt it out, to say something suddenly without planning it. Don't overthink it, just blurt it out.
Perfect for speaking practice. Number 3, to think out loud.
To think out loud, to say your thoughts as you have them. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here.
That's our fix number 1. Number 4, To string a sentence together.
To string a sentence together. To put words into one full sentence. I was so tired, I couldn't string a sentence together.
Such a natural one. Number 5, to talk your way through it.
To talk your way through it. To keep speaking until you work something out. I didn't know the exact word, so I talked my way through it.
That's real confidence. Number 6, to buy yourself time.
To buy yourself time. To create a little pause so your brain can catch up. Saying, "Good question," buys you a moment.
Our fix number 3. Number 7, to think on your feet.
To think on your feet. To respond quickly in the moment. The interview was tough, but I thought on my feet.
A great one for work. Number 8, to get out of your own head.
To get out of your own head. To stop overthinking and worrying about yourself. Relax. Get out of your own head.
That's fix number 5. Number 9, to put it into words.
To put it into words. To express something you feel or think. It was so beautiful, I can't put it into words.
So useful. Number 10, lost for words.
Lost for words. So surprised or moved that you can't speak. When she thanked me, I was completely lost for words.
And notice that's the good kind of speechless. Number 11, muscle memory.
Muscle memory. When you've practiced something so much, your body just does it. After a while, speaking English becomes muscle memory.
That's our whole goal today. And number 12, my favorite, to find your voice.
To find your voice. To grow confident saying what you truly think. It takes time, but you'll find your voice in English.
And you will. That's a promise. Try saying all 12 with us again later, out loud.
Okay, deep breath. Let's bring it home.
Here's what we want you to remember. That freeze from the very start of the episode, the silence when someone speaks to you.
That silence is not failure. It's just your brain loading.
And now you have 5 ways to help it load faster. Think out loud, shadow, buy yourself time, lower the bar, get out of your own head.
You don't have a speaking problem. You have a rehearsing problem. So this week, rehearse, alone, out loud, safely.
20 minutes a day. Warm up in private, then perform in public.
And here's your challenge, and we really want you to do this one. In the comments, do 2 things.
First, tell us the moment you freeze the most. Is it on the phone, ordering food, a meeting at work?
And second, answer this one. Out loud first, then type it. What did you do today?
Just 1 or 2 sentences. For example, today I worked, I made dinner, and I listened to a podcast.
That's it. Say it out loud, then drop it in the comments. That's you speaking English on purpose today.
We read every single comment, and we love watching you find your voice.
If this helped you, subscribe, give it a like, and send it to a friend who understands English but freezes when they speak.
You know exactly who that is. Send it to them right now.
Thanks for spending some time with us, class.
Keep talking to yourself out there. The dog doesn't mind.
See you in the next class.
Bye.
Bye.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.